series of needles, an 8 gauge milled out of solid stainless steel, 12 gauge auxiliary needle, 14 gauge and 16 gauge. The reason for the different size needles is if you get into a gas station that has you have no idea of what the air pressure is. Like at some stations they get up to 150, 170 pounds and enough air pressure to run a 3/4 inch impact wrench, and if you can't adjust it, you can take and adjust the cubic feet per minute, or otherwise known as CFM, with these needles and this adapter that has the slip lure on it that just fits by friction on these needles. So fits real nice and easy, works real, you can adjust it very easily, go on and off. So let's start with the cape on the buck itself, and to just start out cautiously, I'm going to start with a 12 gauge needle. Just a friction fit is all that's on there. Take and pull the hide out a little bit, inject it right underneath the hide. And as you can see, the chuck on this air compressor is the same size as you'll get in a gas station. Fits this and this other appliance. This is the same size as your tubeless tire valve stem on your car, truck, motorcycle, what have you, or your bicycle. So we take and just hit that. And you can see the air. Let's stop right here. The air has taken and separated off the skull about 1 inch to 2 inches there. It's gone down into the tip of the nose, over the eyebrows, about 5/8 of an inch between the base of the antlers. And as you see, when you take the air off, it'll go back down, but the initial stretch is there. That'll make this caping process a lot easier. We'll put this back on. We'll just take and flip them over here. You can see there's still air underneath there, but we'll get it up in here so it goes right into more so into the tips of the ears. Hook them up. Air's up into there. Working right up into the ears. Right up into here right now. Right up into here. It's within 3/4 of an inch from the tip of the ears. Inch. You can see what it does as far as the eyebrow, how it puffs the eyelid down and separates in there, making that process a little easier. Now we'll do the four legs. That way we'll use this bigger one because we got more volume in the deer. So to do it safely, take your offhand, hold that clove of that hoof down, inject it in, making sure you've got a clean hole without slicing it, and run it right alongside the bone. Put it in, and with your offhand, grab that leg. See the air going all the way back through? It's completely separated off the ribs now. Going all the way back into that back leg. You see it back here, right from the front leg. You separate it off. Let's do the back leg.
Why doesn't it come out through the incision?
Because it's dried. It needs to dry 2 to 3 hours, and then the meat and the hide seals together, dries, and forms an airtight seal. And that's what we're experiencing. That's what makes this thing work as nicely as what it does. You see, if you're in a place where you don't know how clean that air compressor is, I'm injecting down here a full 1.5 feet, almost 2 feet away from the meat. So if there's any impurities in that air compressor tank that you can't control, they'll settle down in here. See, that's already going back up through. It's leaking out a little bit through some of the incisions.
Look at his toes.
But
On the
see, the
back
hair
foot.
is already back into there.
Yeah.
His toes are going out with flipping back over again. You can see I'm doing, well, I might have sliced it a little bit there. If you do that, you slip. Take and find a different spot. And you need a clean, when that air hits, you need a clean. He's got a mark there. I've got to go a little higher. Got a mark from rock, whatever. And you got a hole in that from that. I'm going to have to go up here into the meat on this one with the hole right in there. You can eject this thing anywhere you want, but I like, when it's all possible, I like to do it down on the
You hear it pull loose?
there. That was a pop on the hide pulling loose in there, so he's a little tight down here yet. A little tight there. I'm going to take the smaller one. Just give him a little shot right in here. Oh, I was mistaken. He was separated. Let's do the last. The bullet wound separated, busted the shoulder up here. There's some leakage coming up, and you can see the air, even with the bullet wound, it seals.
Point the bullet wound, Chuck.
And where'd you hit him, Chuck?
Right here.
Right in there?
Air coming out right there, yeah.
You can feel the air coming out?
Yeah.
Okay. But even with the 30 caliber hole in them, and I found it with 12 gauge slugs, after a period of a few hours, they'll seal and dry, and the air will work around them.